Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Assalamu ala al-Hussein wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein wa ala awlad al-Hussein wa ala ashab al-Hussein. Peace be upon you, O Master of Martyrs, O Aba Abdullah al-Hussein. Peace be upon you and upon your son Ali al-Akbar. Peace be upon you and upon your sons that were martyred before you on the land of Karbala. Peace be upon you and upon your loyal and lawful companions who sacrificed their life for the sake of Islam, for the sake of the banner of Islam. My brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the land of Karbala. Welcome on this afternoon of the third of the holy month of Safar, where we are getting closer and closer to the 40th of the martyrdom of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Let's share with each other some narrations about the virtues of those who visit or intend to visit Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. We want to find out why millions and millions of lovers of Ahlul Bayt alayhum as-salam, they long to come to Karbala, especially in the 40th of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Almighty, has verses in the Holy Quran that speaks about loyal and faithful individuals whom He grants His mercy and He brings down His blessings upon them. One of these verses is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمِنَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Here, this verse is speaking about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes those who practice jihad. They go and defend Islam either by their souls, physically standing and defending Islam and the Muslims on battlefields, or they sacrifice their lives and their wealth and their families for the sake of Islam and anything that is associated to the message of Islam. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse speaks about those who sacrifice themselves, their wealth, everything they have under their power, their existence, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in doing that, Allah will direct them, will guide them towards the path of salvation. There is a beautiful narration narrated by an individual called Muhammad ibn al-Fudayl. Muhammad narrates this narration from Khuzaymah. Khuzaymah says, I entered upon Abu Ja'far, al-Imam al-Baqir, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam says to Khuzaymah, Ya Khuzaymah, inna shi'atana ahl al-bayt, our followers, the faithful believers in us ahl al-bayt, يقذف في قلوبهم الحب لنا أهل البيت. If you see and notice anyone from the followers of Ahl al-Bayt carrying the love and the emotion and the affection, they are attracted towards Ahl al-Bayt alayhim as-salam, then know that these individuals have been granted the love of Ahlul Bayt by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يقذف, Allah throws into their hearts, يقذف في قلوبهم الحب لنا أهل البيت ويلهمون حبنا أهل البيت وإن الرجل, and that man or women, وإن الرجل يحبنا, the one that loves us, ويحتمل ما يأتيه من فضلنا, and they are patient when something attacks them or annoys them or bothers them, because they carry the love of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam in their heart. وَيَحْتَمِلُ مَا يَأْتِيهِ مِنْ فَضْلِنَا وَلَمْ يَرَنَا, and this man and this believer and this lover of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam has not physically seen us. His eyesight has not seen the beauty of the existence of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Basically, he has only heard about Ahlul Bayt. Today, we have only heard Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam through the narrations, through the ahadith, through the riwayat, through the books of history, where they come to describe to us Ahlul Bayt, where they come to speak to us about virtues of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. وَلَمْ يَرَنَا وَلَمْ يَسْمَعْ كَلَامَنَا, and he did not physically sit by us and listen to our words, listen to our statements, listen to our narrations, as the previous individuals, the companions, or those who were able to meet Ahlul Bayt, they went and entered upon them, like Hussaini, who sat down and listened to the sayings of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. ولم يرنا ولم يسمع كلامنا لما يريد الله به من الخير. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because of the love that he has in his heart, Allah wants the best for him. Now let's take this narration and implement it and apply it to the lovers of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Shi'atana, we the Shia, we the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, we the lovers of Hussein, we the followers of Hussein, we the ones that sacrifice everything we have for the sake of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. يقذف في قلوبهم الحب لنا أهل البيت. In another narration, we have that there are at times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throws and plants in the heart of the lover and the believer the love of Hussein and the love of the ziyarah, of the visitation of Hussein, and the love of the majalis of Hussein alayhi salam. The narration says, إن أراد الله بعبد خيرا قذف في قلبه حب الحسين وحب زيارة الحسين. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants the best for that sincere man, sincere lady, sincere female, Allah will throw into their hearts the love of Hussein and the love of the ziyarah, of the visitation of Hussein alayhi salam. Hence, you see how millions, literally millions of the lovers of Hussein, of those who leave their homes and they leave the comfort of their homes, they leave the sanctity of their homes to come and walk for days after days after days in the heat of the afternoon, where temperatures reach 50 degrees, 55 degrees, especially in the areas near Basra, where they start off walking towards the Kaaba, the source of love of their hearts, Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Why? Is it because not solely they carry the love of Hussein and the love of the ziyarah of the shrine of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein in their hearts? وَيُلْهَمُونَ حُبَّنَا. And not only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throws in their hearts the love of Hussein, but also He brings into their intellects and in their existence to love Hussein and to love the ziyarah and the visitation of Hussein alayhi salam. These individuals, as the previous ayah the verse that I started the program with, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا. Merely this is a type of jihad. This is a type of sacrifice. People, men, women of different ages, they come from Basra, from outside Iraq rather, and they head towards Karbala, 600 kilometers, 700 kilometers. They go towards Karbala without any fear, because they believe that the Za'ir of Hussein, the visitor of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, at the time, as soon as they step outside their homes, they will be protected by the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam sends his salams to the Za'ir of Hussein. Angels carry to every visitor of Hussein and to every visitor of the grave of Hussein alayhi salam the salam and the salutations of the Holy Prophet of Islam sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. And then through the visitation of Hussein, through the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, we reach the ultimate levels of salvation, the ultimate level of the completeness of our intellect. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ. Hidayah, guidance, subulana, our path. And the path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is this great noble man who is lying there amongst the plains of Karbala. These plains that we spoke about, the sanctity and the speciality of this land that has been chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be better than the land of Mecca. The land of Karbala has a superiority over the land of Mecca. The land of Karbala has the excellence over the land of Mecca. It has virtues that no other land has been given. And the land of Karbala, because of the pure blood of Hussein was spilt on the land of Karbala, it has been given a special distinction, not only because it's carrying the blood of Hussein, it's carrying the body of Hussein and the body of the children and the sons of Hussein, the body of the brother of Hussein, the bodies of the companions of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And anyone that comes and steps on this land, on the plains of Karbala, they will have a special distinction amongst the mankind and humanity in the day of judgment. They will have a special virtue given to them because they are the Zuwar of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. Another narration by Abi Abdullah al-Sadiq alayhi salam, narrated by Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen narrates it by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, that says to Ali, قال رسول الله لعلي عليه السلام والله لتقتلن بأرض العراق, and you will be martyred and you will be killed in the land of Iraq, O Ali. وتدفن بها, and you will be buried in the land of Iraq. قلت يا رسول الله ما لمن زار قبورنا وعمرها وتعاهدها. What will be the reward of those who come and visit our graves? They build our graves and they stay connected to our burial sites. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam replies, فقال لي يا أبا الحسن إن الله جعل قبرك وقبر ولدك بقاعا من بقاع الجنة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, O Ali, and this is a statement made by Rasulullah, the greatest ever creation created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, Ya Ali, Ya Abul Hasan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered, has chosen that your burial site and the burial site of your son Hussein be made a buq'a, a spot of land, an area of land, min biqa' al-jannah. It is taken, it is from the paradise. The source of this land is from the paradise, O Ali. So you, the respected and honored Zuwar of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, when you come to Karbala, you have stepped on a spot of the heavens. This statement is not made by me. This statement is made by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, who is saying, O Ali, your burial site in Najaf and the burial site of your son Hussein in Karbala is a spot from the heavens. وعرصة من عرصاتها وإن الله جعل قلوب نجباء من خلقه وصفوة من عباده تحن إليكم. Rasulullah is speaking about you and me. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam is speaking about every zair, regardless of their nationality, regardless of their origin, regardless of the language they speak, regardless of the color of their skin. Rasulullah is saying, O Ali, anyone that comes to visit you and carries the love and affection in their hearts for your sake and for the sake of your Hussein. وإن الله جعل قلوب نجباء منتجبين, those chosen Shia, those chosen individuals. This love and this distinction and this value is not given to anyone, brothers and sisters. That's why we should not take this love and emotion and affection that we have lightly, because we have been hand-picked, we have been chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you see yourself as an individual that has the love of Hussein and the love of the ziyarah, you long to be in Karbala in these days and in these hours when thousands and millions of the lovers of Aba Abdullah are marching towards Karbala. I know how much you long to be with them. I know how long it has taken for the Zuwar and the lovers of Hussein to come and stand in front of the shrine of Hussein and say, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. O peace be upon you, O son of Fatima, وصفوة من عباده تحن إليكم وتحتمل المذلة والأذى فيكم. And these individuals that carry the love of Hussein, the love of Ali ibn Abi Talib in their hearts, for the sake of Ali ibn Abi Talib and for the sake of Hussein, they are patient against all the humiliation that they receive from the enemies of Hussein, from those who prevent the Zuwar of Hussein from coming to the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Every day we see how thousands of the Zuwar of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein are standing behind the closed barriers of the borders of Iraq. They want to come in, but they are barred. And they hear humiliation and they are downgraded and degraded. Why? Because they are lovers of Hussein. They want to come to Karbala. But the borders of Iraq from the neighboring countries are barred, are closed in their faces for no reason. For no reason at all. They say because of the pandemic, because of the coronavirus, we fear that this virus will spread amongst the Zuwar of Hussein. Is it not that we saw on the 10th day of Muharram, on the 10th of Ashura, how millions of the lovers of Hussein, they came and marched and ran towards the grave of Hussein, shouting, Abadu Allah, ma ninsa Husayna, in the ritual of Aza Twarij, and by the statement of the health minister and the health organizations in Karbala and in Baghdad, that the number of those who were receiving treatment for coronavirus as a result of the virus had fallen. The number of those who were infected by the coronavirus fell dramatically, because these individuals, they have not gone to some tourist attraction. They've gone to the park or to the cafe or to the restaurant or to a party. They have come to the grave of the master of martyrs, Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. They have come to Karbala. These individuals, they carry the love of Hussein in their hearts. Are you not ashamed that the Zuwar of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein in their thousands are standing behind the barriers of the borders of Iraq and the neighboring countries? What will you answer his mother Fatima al-Zahra, and you call yourselves Shia and the followers of Hussein? How will you answer his grandfather Rasulullah on the day of judgment when he says, why did you not allow the Zuwar of the grave of my grandson to come to Karbala? Here Abu Abdullah al-Sadiq alayhi salam says, Rasulullah is saying to Amir al-Mu'mineen, O Ali, وَتَحْتَمِلُ الْمَذَلَّةَ وَالْأَذَى فِيكُمْ فيعمرون قبوركم ويكثرون زيارتها تقربا منهم إلى الله ومودة منهم لرسوله. All they want from the ziyarah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein is they seek nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they seek nearness to the Holy Prophet of Islam. We don't want anything else. We don't want to take power. We don't want you to pay us. We don't want to take your wealth. We only want to visit Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and to hold the cage around the grave of Hussein and shout, "Oh Hussein!" and cry for the tragedy of Hussein and lament for the tragedy of Hussein. But these scenes and these tribulations and these rituals are a source of fear for the enemies of Hussein, brothers and sisters. And it has been for histories. فيعمرون قبوركم ويكثرون زيارتها تقربا منهم إلى الله ومودة منهم لرسوله. أولئك يا علي المخصوصون بشفاعتي. Those individuals, O Ali, they will have a special intercession by me, the Holy Prophet of Islam. الواردون حوضي, they will receive water from the hands of Amir al-Mu'mineen and the Holy Prophet of Islam from Hawd al-Kawthar. وهم زواري غدا في الجنة, they are going to be my visitors. They will visit me in my paradise. يا علي من عمر قبوركم وتعاهدها فكأنما أعان سليمان بن داود عليه السلام على بناء بيت المقدس. Anyone that protects the grave of Hussein and the burial site of Ahl al-Bayt, not the ones that close the doors of the shrines of Ahl al-Bayt. Rasulullah is saying the ones that protect and uphold the burial sites of the Ahl al-Bayt, they will be of individuals whom they will receive the deeds and the blessings as if they helped Sulaiman ibn Dawood building Baytul Maqdis. وَمَنْ زَارَ قُبُورَكُمْ عَدِلَ ذَلِكَ ثَوَابَ سَبْعِينَ حَجَّةً. And your visitation, the visitation of your graves, is equal to 70 Hajj after the original Hajj, Hajjatul Islam. وَخَرَجَ مِنْ ذُنُوبِهِ, and he has been cleansed from his sins and mistakes. حتى يرجع من زيارتكم كيوم ولدته أمه. أبشر, O Ali, carry the glad tidings, carry the good news. أبشر وبشر أولياءك ومحبيك. Carry the good news to your lovers and to your followers. من النعيم وقرة العين بما لا عين رأت ولا أذن سمعت ولا خطر على قلب بشر. ولكن, Rasulullah continues, ولكن حثالة من الناس يعيرون زواركم كما تعير الزانية بزناها. أولئك شرار أمتي لا نالتهم شفاعتي ولا يردون حوضي. O Ali, carry the good news to your lovers and followers, to those who visit your grave and the grave of your son Hussein, that they will receive blessings that no eyes has ever seen and no ears has ever heard of and no intellect has ever imagined those blessings. O Ali, but know that there will be a group of haters, a group of their enemies that will speak against them in a negative way, the same way they speak against a wrongdoer, a female who does wrongdoing, and know that they are my enemies. Rasulullah will stand against those who stop the zuwar of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein on the Day of Judgment. Aba Abdullah al-Hussein will hold anyone that stops the zuwar on the borders of the neighboring countries responsible on the Day of Judgment. أولئك شرار أمتي, they are the negative individuals in my nation. لا نالتهم شفاعتي ولا يردون حوضي. I ask Aba Abdullah al-Hussein to pray for the sake of the zuwar that are standing behind the borders. Inshallah, the borders will open soon and all the zuwar are able to attend to Karbala. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرج محمد وآل محمد واحفظ زوار الحسين, and protect those who come to visit the shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Labbaika ya Hussein.